Hi everyone, welcome back to Inain's Forensic Classroom. In the last video, we discussed oral evidence, documentary and physical evidence. So in today's video, we are going to continue this journey and explore the other major types of evidence, such as electronic and digital evidence, hearsay evidence, direct and circumstantial evidence. So let's get started. So today we will be talking about electronic and digital evidence. With technology becoming a part of our everyday lives, digital evidence has now become the backbone of modern investigations. Unlike the traditional forms, this type of evidence is generated, stored, or transmitted electronically. Now, the examples of electronic and digital evidence include CCTV footages, we have emails or WhatsApp chats, call records, all of these are considered as evidences under Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam Act 2023. The electronic evidences can also include the PS locations, your social media post, digital contracts, or mobile phone data, etc. So these aren't just supporting the elements anymore. Under the Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam Act, electronic records are now treated as primary evidence. Okay, it is described in the section 61 and 63 of BSA. This is actually a huge shift from the old law, that is Indian Evidence Act, where digital data was often considered secondary or it needed an additional proof. But how do we make sure it's reliable? To be accepted in court, section 63 requires a certificate of authenticity. You have to prove that your electronic data or your electronic evidence is authentic, and this certificate confirms that the digital data is original, it has not been tampered with, it was retrieved using a reliable process. This is very important because digital files can be easily edited or manipulated. So why is digital evidence so important today? Most of the modern crimes, such as cyber frauds, money laundering, online harassment, or terrorist activities, and even homicide, all are solved through digital fingerprints. Sometimes a single WhatsApp message or the last GPS location of a person can completely change the direction of an investigation. Moving on, the other type of evidence is hearsay evidence. So hearsay evidence is basically a statement that is made outside the courtroom that someone brings into the court to prove a fact. Now, this is usually not admissible in the court because the person who originally made the statement isn't in the court to be cross-examined. So the reliability of what they say can't be verified. I'll give you an example here. If a witness says, "My friend told me that the accused was at the crime scene," he has not seen the person at the crime scene. He is telling all of this because his friend told him all of this, right? So that's hearsay. You are listening to somebody else. So the court cannot rely on it unless it meets certain exceptions. So when can a hearsay be accepted? There are few exceptions under the law. So the exceptions could be the dying declaration. Under section 26 of BSA, the dying declaration is actually the last words of a person before death. Second is the statements that are made during the course of duty. There are statements that are made spontaneously during the occurrence of an incident. So even then, hearsay is considered weak evidence and it is rarely used. It only comes into play when there are no direct or primary evidence available. So in short, hearsay is like, second-hand information. Courts prefer to hear the facts from someone who actually witnessed or experienced them. The next evidence is direct evidence. So direct evidence is exactly what it sounds like. Evidence that directly proves a fact without needing any guesswork or any inference. So it directly proves a fact. For example, if someone tells you that we have a CCTV footage capturing an incident, okay, this is a direct evidence because you have a direct CCTV footage. Or a victim who is identifying an accused. All of these are direct evidences. You don't need anything to prove these facts, right? So this is important because direct evidence is very strong because it goes straight to the point in question. So under the BSA, oral testimony from a witness who personally observed the event is considered direct evidence as long as it survives the cross-examination in court. Then we have circumstantial evidences. Circumstantial evidence does not directly prove a fact, but it suggests it through an inference. Okay, think of it like, finding the pieces of the puzzle. When the pieces of the puzzle are put together, they point to a conclusion. I'll give you an example. If someone is seen running away from a crime scene with a weapon in hand, it doesn't directly prove that they have committed the crime, but it strongly suggests that they were involved. Okay, it doesn't directly prove a fact, but it suggests through inference. So, circumstantial evidences are very crucial, especially when there are no eyewitnesses. It can establish timeline, motives, opportunities, or links between the accused and the crime. So direct evidence would be, I saw it happen. Okay. Circumstantial would be, here are the clues. If you connect them, this is what likely has happened. So imagine you come home and you see your cookie jar is empty. Okay, there are crumbs on the floor. Your little brother has chocolate on his shirt, but you didn't see him eat the cookies. But all the clue together tells us a story. That's circumstantial evidence in action. It tells you what has happened from the surrounding facts. So I hope this session was clear about the types of evidence. If you have any doubts or questions, let me know in the comments. Till then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.